Have you ever felt like your failures are defining you? If so, stay with me, because today I'm going to show you how what really defines you is not failure, but how you rise after each fall. Throughout this message, we will explore stories of great comebacks, from Michael Jordan to J.K. Rowling, and how these people used their failures as stepping stones to success. If you've ever felt defeated or questioned your ability to keep going, I invite you to watch until the end. I promise this message will change your perspective and give you the tools you need to move forward with strength. Don't miss it. What would you do if I told you that failure is not what defines you? That every stumble, every mistake, every fall is not the end. It's just the beginning. Because what truly defines who you are is not the blow, but how you rise after each fall. That's what really shapes your life. Life, at times, feels like a battlefield. We all face our own challenges, inner struggles, fears, insecurities. And it's inevitable that at some point we all feel like we fail, like we've fallen. It could be in our careers, our relationships, our dreams, or even in our self-esteem. But I want you to know something essential. It's not the failure that destroys you. It's how you react to it. I assure you that the people who achieve extraordinary things are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who know how to rise after falling. The ones who don't let setbacks steal their dreams, but instead see them as an opportunity to grow stronger, learn, and keep moving forward. The ones who don't get stuck in the pain, but find the courage to continue, carrying the lessons each experience offers. Because the real secret is in what you do after you fall. And that, my friend, is what will define you. Imagine for a moment that you have a dream, something that truly excites you, something you deeply want to achieve. You dedicate yourself to it. You work day and night. You face the struggles with hope and determination. And then it fails. Everything you built falls apart. Doors close. Expectations crumble. The future seems uncertain. You look at yourself in the mirror and ask, what did I do wrong? Why didn't it work? Am I the problem? And in those moments, the weight of failure feels crushing. Doubt takes over. Frustration consumes you. But I want you to think about this. Failure is not what defines you. It's not the mistake, it's not the fall. It's how you rise that truly matters. It's easy to get lost in the pain of failure. It's natural to question yourself, to lose hope. But I assure you, life is not about avoiding the falls. It's about how you rise after them. Life is not about not making mistakes. It's about how you learn from them. Because every time you fall, you have the opportunity to rise stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's to come. Every fall, every defeat, is just part of the journey. What matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you rise with your head held high, with greater determination, with a better understanding of what you're truly capable of. The real victory is not in the first attempt, but in the perseverance to keep moving forward. Because it's in those moments of struggle, of uncertainty, that the strongest people are forged. Let me tell you the story of someone who knows what it's like to fail and rise again. Michael Jordan, the man considered the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan was rejected by his first basketball team in high school. What many don't know is that he was told he wasn't good enough to be part of the team. If he had decided to quit at that moment, he would never have reached greatness. However, instead of letting that rejection define him, he worked harder. He used that experience to become an unstoppable player. And today, Michael Jordan's legacy is a testament to perseverance, to the importance of not letting failure defeat you. Because failure is not what defines you. It's how you face it that really defines you. And it's not just Michael Jordan. Think about all the people who have accomplished amazing things in life. They've all had failures. They've all had moments of doubt. But what has allowed them to go so far is their ability to rise, to not give up, to keep believing in themselves when the world tells them not to. Because the real power lies in that inner strength that tells you, even though I fell, I can rise again. Even though everything seems lost, I can keep fighting. Let's look at J.K. Rowling, the author of the famous Harry Potter series. When her first book was rejected by multiple publishers, she was going through a very difficult time. At that point, she was a single mother, unemployed, living on welfare. Many publishers told her she couldn't be a successful writer, but Rowling never let those voices define her. Instead of giving up, she used those rejections as fuel to keep writing. Today, Harry Potter is one of the most successful franchises in history. Rowling teaches us that failure is not the end, but an opportunity to persist. Or think about Oprah Winfrey, often considered one of the most successful women in the world. Before her fame, Oprah was fired from her job as a TV presenter because she wasn't good enough. However, she didn't let this rejection discourage her. She used that criticism to work harder and improve. Today, Oprah is one of the most influential figures in television and media. Her story is a reminder that failure doesn't define you, but how you choose to respond to it does. Even someone like Albert Einstein, considered one of the greatest geniuses in history, was not exempt from failure. When he was young, he was considered a poor student. He didn't speak until later in his childhood, which led many to think he wouldn't amount to much. But Einstein didn't let those expectations limit him. He didn't let his early struggles define him. He kept going with his curiosity, his love for science, and his perseverance. And that led him to revolutionize modern physics. Einstein shows us that early failure is not a definitive sentence, but an opportunity to discover new ways of thinking. Now, I want you to take a moment to reflect on your own life. Maybe you're going through a tough time. Maybe you feel like the world is crashing down around you, like you can't go on. But I want you to know that you're not alone. We all go through dark moments. We all have our struggles. And those moments are not what define us. It's what we do with them. What you choose to do in the middle of the storm is what will shape your future. Are you going to give up? Or are you going to rise? That's the only question that truly matters. And the answer is up to you. It's easy to fall into the temptation of self-pity, to get stuck in the pain of failure. It's normal to feel vulnerable. But I want you to remember something important. Strength doesn't come from not falling. It comes from rising once more. And that strength is within you. You just have to find it. Don't let your falls define you. Let your rises define you. I invite you to follow some practical advice for your own growth and success. First, learn to see failure as part of the process. All great successes require time, effort, and many falls. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as an opportunity to learn. Every time you fall, ask yourself, what have I learned from this? How can I improve next time? Second, keep a positive mindset. Instead of focusing on the negative, find something positive in every situation. Even in the most painful failures, there's something you can learn and apply in the future. Third, don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes, great achievements come when we work together. You don't have to do it all alone. The best leaders, inventors, and entrepreneurs have mentors, colleagues, and friends who support them. Seek that support network that will motivate you to keep going. Make a promise to yourself. You will not give up. Even when the road gets tough, you'll keep fighting, keep learning, keep growing. Because life is not just about reaching the destination. It's about how you get there. And how you get there is through your falls, your failures, your victories. It's a journey only you can walk. And no matter how many obstacles you face, what really matters is your ability to rise and keep going. Always remember, failure is not what defines you, it's how you rise. And when you rise, you'll be closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. Rise today. because the best of you is yet to come. Life isn't going to give you what you want immediately, but if you stand firm, if you keep rising every time you fall, you'll see that everything you've dreamed of and worked for is within your reach. Because when you choose to keep moving forward, what seems impossible becomes possible, and you are capable of doing the impossible. But for that, you need the resilience, the strength to not stay on the ground. Every stumble is one step closer to your goal. Every time you think of giving up, remember that the only way to fail is to never rise again. So when you feel like you can't go on, remember, the greatest failure is not falling. It's not getting back up. And you have the strength to rise again and again. Never forget what you're capable of, because within you is everything needed to turn your falls into the fuel for your success. Before you go, I want to leave you with one last thought. If this message touched you, share it with someone who needs it. Together, we are stronger. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss more inspiring content. Remember, the best chapter of your life is yet to be written. See you in the next video.